So let's try and unpack this. Imagine a Venn diagram for a second.
Okay.
Right? One circle is like ultra-masculine Mexican luchadors, the whole image.
Right, yeah.
And the other circle, sparkly performative camp, that really exaggerated theatrical thing.
Okay, yeah, I see where you're going.
So what's in the middle, where they overlap, you'd probably think, nothing.
Right.
Right. That space seems, well, non-existent.
Pretty much, yeah. Seems like total opposites.
But then you stumble across a film like Cassandro,
Uh-huh.
and suddenly, wow, that space is real. It's vibrant.
Mm.
Roger Ross Williams' film introduces Saúl Armendáriz.
Mm-hmm.
They call him the liberace luchador.
That's quite the title.
Isn't it? And it finds exactly that impossible intersection.
And what's really interesting is how the film just drops you right into the world of lucha libre. You know, the traditions. You've got your technicos, they're the heroes, the good guys, then the rudos, the villains, the bad guys, everyone loves to hate.
Right, the classic setup.
But then there's this third category, and it's crucial here. The exoticos.
Ah, yes.
And historically, these were, well, flamboyant characters, often drag stereotypes, really kind of comedic. But the key thing, they were never, ever allowed to win.
Never. So their whole role was just...
To lose, to be humiliated, basically. It reinforced a certain kind of order in the ring.
Okay, so that's the backdrop. And then Saúl Armendáriz comes along.
Mm-hmm.
When we first meet him, he's wrestling as El Topo.
El Topo, right? The mole.
Yeah, kind of small time, not really taken seriously, a bit of an underdog. And he's one of the few openly gay exoticos, which means, well...
Yeah, the film shows it. He faces awful stuff, homophobic slurs, people literally screaming for him to be beaten up.
It's pretty brutal to watch. Really makes you wonder how someone keeps going in that environment. So what? What sparks the change? What makes him decide to push back?
Well, that's the turning point, isn't it? The film really sets that up. He's just weary, tired of being the runt, the joke.
Understandable.
So he makes this huge decision. He ditches the mask, goes maskless, and he creates this entirely new persona, Cassandro, ostentatious, flamboyant.
Liberace luchador, yeah.
Exactly. But here's the truly groundbreaking part. He refuses to lose. He decides he's going to win.
Wow. So he's not just changing his look. He's fundamentally challenging the role of the exotico.
Completely. Challenging the entire tradition.
So, as you can probably tell, this film, Cassandro, it's not just about, fancy wrestling moves.
Not at all.
What really struck us, looking at a review of the film, was how it digs deeper. It gets into the attitudes, the culture, the really personal politics surrounding Saul's life and his identity. So that's our mission for this deep dive, to explore how Cassandro uses Saul's story to look at identity, performance, and challenging norms. Less about the technical wrestling side and more about the heart of it.
Yeah, the human story behind the glitter.
Exactly. And as we follow Cassandro's journey, you really see this incredible arc from El Topo, this overlooked wrestler,
right,
to Cassandro, this flawlessly realized showman. It's quite the transformation.
It really is.
And like we said, the film focuses more on Saul's personal life than, say, huge, elaborate fight sequences. You get these little glimpses, flashbacks.
Yeah, those flashbacks add a lot of depth.
You see his father, who apparently got him into wrestling but also couldn't accept his sexuality.
A really painful dynamic there.
And his mother, Yocasta, played by Perla de la Rosa, she's struggling with addiction, facing judgment from the community. It's tough.
Adds layers to his own drive, you feel?
Absolutely. And then there's this figure, Sabrina, a female wrestler played by Roberta Colendrez, who gives him some really crucial encouragement along the way.
Right, that support is important. But what's truly, I think, revolutionary about Saul's whole transformation, it's not just that he's out and proud. It's how the performance itself becomes his truth. The sequins, the makeup, the whole Cassandro persona, it's not a disguise.
Ah, interesting. So it's not a mask.
No. It's the opposite. It's him revealing who he truly is, who he's meant to be. It's like he performs his authentic self into existence in that ring.
That's a powerful idea. Vulnerability is power.
Exactly. And Gael Garcia Bernal's performance, the review called it phenomenal, breathtakingly emotive.
High praise.
And deserved, I think. He captures that need for love, for attention, not as some kind of weakness, but as this incredible drive, this determination. You really feel his ambition to just shatter those boundaries. It's palpable.
Yeah, you really root for him. Right. And it's not just the acting, right? The film itself looks incredible.
Yeah.
What did the review say about the cinematography and the design, how they helped tell the story?
Oh, absolutely. The artistry is a big part of it. Matthias Penachino's cinematography got a specific mention.
How so?
Well, you get these huge bursts of color in the ring sequences.
Yeah.
Really vibrant, matching Cassandro's persona.
Right, reflecting the showmanship.
Exactly. But then it contrasts that sharply with these really intense, gorgeous close-ups in dimly lit rooms for the more personal, tragic moments.
That light and shadow thing creates mood.
Definitely. And Maricela Fernandez's costumes, plus the whole makeup team. They just nail Cassandro's look. Every glittery outfit feels like a statement.
So the visuals really underscore his internal and external battles.
Yeah.
That makes sense. You mentioned before how his very presence, his performance in the ring, feels like a win, even with the slurs still happening.
Yeah, that's a key takeaway.
But the review also sort of hinted that maybe some other complex issues, like his father's full impact or the depth of his mother's addiction, maybe they were clumsily swept over, was the phrase used. Does that take away from his triumph, you think?
That's a fair point to raise. I mean, look, maybe some threads could have been explored more deeply, it's true.
Okay.
But does it diminish the core triumph? I don't think so. Because, yeah, even in that big final showdown the film builds towards, you still hear those awful slurs from parts of the crowd.
Mm-hmm. Still there.
But Cassandro is out there being completely himself. His physicality, the way he moves, dominating the space with the swish of a coattail, voguing against the ropes. It just feels like a victory.
So the act itself transcends the outcome, in a way.
Precisely. That sheer display of authentic self, despite everything, despite maybe some narrative shortcuts in the film, that's the win. That unyielding authenticity, that's the statement.
So when you boil it down, yeah, maybe the script hits some familiar biopic beats, maybe some complex personal issues feel a little rushed.
Thank you that, yeah.
But ultimately, Cassandro is just, well, it's a joy to watch. It really is. And so much of that comes down to Gael Garcia Bernal. His performance just lifts the whole thing, you know? Takes this sporting biopic right off the ropes.
Absolutely. He's magnetic.
Definitely.
So, thinking about all this, Cassandro's journey, the way he fought not just opponents but expectations, it kind of leaves you with a thought, doesn't it? In a world that often has pretty narrow definitions of success or victory, what does it actually mean to win, personally, professionally? What if the biggest victory, the most powerful move you can make, is simply showing up as your most authentic self? Especially when that self pushes against generations of tradition and what everyone expects. What does that kind of victory look like for you?